morning. Need a moment? Hit the button. What's going on, guys? I'm just sitting here having some coffee. Well, thank you for joining me. You're on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. Put the hat on today. It's been a while, huh? We're going to talk about the comfort zones some more today. We're going to talk about there's this figure of speech, out of the frying pan and into the fire. And sometimes going outside of my comfort zone feels just like that. Sometimes it's already uncomfortable going outside of my comfort zone. But to go outside of my comfort zone when I really, really don't want to, like when I need to, when I'm depressed, it's even more uncomfortable, but also all the more necessary. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how I got through the past couple of days being super dark and how today's better. Welcome in, Jason P., Shannon Smith, Scooby Lee, Annika. Good to see you guys. Jeremy Fowler, Christy and Niece. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Good morning, everyone. Millie the Dandelion. And maybe it's not the morning where you are, but good morn all the same. Mary O, hello, hello. Jane Aldrich. Heck yeah, guys. Thanks for joining me. Aaron Cooper, Ben Bacon Bits. What's going on, brother? It's been a while. Like the color on that. Are we talking about my painting? We are. I know I keep saying we're going to be painting and then I don't feel like it. We will totally paint today. Also, right after this show, my dad's going to be going live with some more Diddyverse. So stay tuned for that when we're done here. Shannon Smith says, I've been worried about you. Hope you are better. I definitely feel a lot better this morning. But I have to say, that's not like the whole battle. Sometimes I get done with my stream and then slowly I just get sad. So I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to do everything we can. We've been doing literally everything. Journaling, cleaning, exercising, swimming, having fun, singing songs. We've been literally doing everything. So maybe that's why it's working. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it just passes like a wave of emotions like it's supposed to. I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other and we're going to see tomorrow, you know? Because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. I've been eating a ton of food. I actually had breakfast already. Exercising helps me eat too. When I don't exercise, I don't eat as much. So yesterday I had a new emotion. And I don't say new as in like I've never experienced anger before, but I hadn't been angry at all. Just been sad. And I got so angry yesterday. So I had the most legendary session at the gym. And I got so hungry afterwards. It was actually awesome. It was completely wonderful. And I was talking to my dad actually about harnessing that anger. And I was telling him, I need to work on how to do that. And he was like, well, you put it into your work, Spanx. And he was right. Maybe I have never taken stock of that happening before, because I've definitely done that before, taken my anger to the gym, right? But it worked well, I have to say. I took that emotion and was like, F my chest, and just did chest day. And it was great. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Christy Anise says, great to see you, Captain. Be back later. No captions, so cannot read. Will listen later. Absolutely. I hope you have a great day, Christy. Surviving together. Good morning, Brianna Miller. Hello, hello. Have to take a break with all the Diddy stuff. Yeah, you and me both. It's starting to mess with my head. It's all so dark. Well, I tell you what, I am here to lighten the day up. We're definitely going to do some painting today. I think I'm going to go for like an outer space scene. I'm going to try and paint Saturn and its rings. That's what I've decided. So stay tuned for that later. Annika says, yeah, how are you feeling today, love? I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking, and thank you for being so sweet to me. I definitely am feeling a ton better. But again, I don't know how I'm going to feel later, right? Sometimes my emotions are all over the place. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna keep doing what we can. Robin Miners, morning, Captain. Feeling lighter? I am feeling much lighter today. I had also a slightly erotic dream. I guess that always helps. I definitely woke up smiling. So that's pretty cool. That doesn't always happen, And the best part was it wasn't like I was having a dream about people from my past. It was just like a bunch of people I don't know. It was pretty interesting, I have to say. I wonder where that dream came from. What the heck? And it was weird. It was like slightly erotic, but there was also like a true crime element to it. Like it was like everything that I've been dealing with, plus it was like a little erotic. It was so weird. It was the weirdest dream, but it definitely made me laugh and smile when I woke up. Stop dreaming about me. Lol, you're so funny. Maybe it was. I don't know. Who knows, right? Deaudrey Gore asks, by the way, good morning, Deaudrey. Dawn Gloves, good morning. Blessed to Crochet, hello, hello. Wonderful to see you. Spanx, are you reading anything interesting at the moment? I find getting into a really good book is a great mood changer. I finished, what was it? The Master and Margarita. I finished that, and I haven't started a new one yet. I have the attachment book from Takara. I have this Languages of Middle-earth book that I've been keeping right here to peruse slowly, but I haven't dove into anything yet. I kind of want to dive into that attachment book to see what she's talking about, because everything that Takara suggests is quite poignant for what's going on with me for some reason. So I think it'll be good to at least give it a try, but that's a good idea. I should definitely get into a book. Flick Fox, good to see you. But yeah, out of the comfort zone into the fire. So it's important to get out of the comfort zone, right? Because that means we're having novel experiences. We're doing something for the first time. We're doing something we're not necessarily comfortable doing, right? And I don't mean out of your comfort zone in the sense of just purely not being comfortable doing something, right? There might be a good reason you're not comfortable doing something, right? But it is important to get outside of the comfort zone, especially when I'm not feeling super hot, because my comfort zone kind of shrinks when I'm not feeling good. And everyone's natural reaction to negative emotions is different. Mine is to run. Mine is to hide away and not deal with stuff, because partially, at least, because I don't want to misrepresent myself. I absolutely hate making a fool of myself and then having to live with that. Like I can apologize and I can go out of my way to make things right, but at the end of the day, I did something that I can't take back. You know what I mean? And that bothers me up and down the wall. That bothers me all the way to the moon and back. It's one of the things that bothers me the most, is when I don't represent myself properly. That is one of the contributing factors to why I hole up when things are getting rough. But I tell you what, I got outside of my comfort zone yesterday, and it helped me a ton. I got outside of my comfort zone the day before that as well, and it made a huge difference. In fact, I think it pulled the nose up on my airplane. I was in a little dive bomb kind of maneuver, and going outside of my comfort zone kind of brought me up. Those novel experiences really, really made a difference. And it wasn't an immediate difference, right? I remember not yesterday, but the day before, pretty much the worst day. I woke up feeling pretty good, but by the end of the day, I was not feeling hot at all. And then I believe I did all the stuff, right? The journaling, the exercising, the this and the that. And I didn't feel better until the sun went down, which was very strange. And then I woke up feeling worse yesterday. So there's not a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not like I do this and then I feel better. You have to kind of stack stuff up. Like, okay, I journaled, I exercised, I ate. You kind of have to just live as if, and then the nose comes up a little bit later, which is very non-intuitive. Please hold. I must turn air conditioning on. The good news, though, is this spat of negative emotions has reinvigorated me to get back on my stuff, right? I may have an autoimmune disorder. I don't know. I haven't been to the doctor in a very long time. I've been hearing this come up a lot, though. Lack of B12. Someone was saying that they have lupus and that my symptoms are pretty much what they have. I've been hearing this a lot. I should probably do some research. I definitely need a general care physician, 100%. But That aside, what was I talking about? I don't remember. It's okay. Just turned on your heat surviving together. Yeah, it's pretty hot over here, but it's like if I took the hoodie off and didn't turn the AC on, I would not be comfortable still. I have to turn the AC on just a little bit and then turn it off in a little while, and I'll be in a better place. It's weird. I'm very sensitive. I don't have any fat on my bones. Oh, I was saying that I use these negative emotions to get back on my grind, to get back in the routine that I want to be in, right? I went to bed early last night. That's a very contributing factor to me feeling better, I'm sure. I've been hitting the gym every single day really hard. And I feel great as far as that's concerned, as far as my muscles, as far as my body. I did harness these emotions in a productive way, and you can do so too. When you're not feeling so hot, we can turn those emotions into a fire under our butt, right? That will motivate us, that will drive us. We just have to kind of fake it a little bit first. We have to live as if, knowing that doing these things is going to provide this, and this for me, but not being able to experience those rewards for a little while, like a time delay kind of thing, is a little difficult, right? But just knowing if I do all of these things that I'm supposed to do, I will feel better. I mean, that's the whole battle right there. If you can do that, you've won. And also, that might be the purpose of these negative emotions, right? Anger, sadness, depression, envy. These might be motivating emotions if, I shouldn't say might, these can be motivating emotions if we learn how to harness them, right? If I'm envious or jealous of somebody, well, maybe I should, maybe I can figure out why I don't have what they have. Maybe I can use them as like, okay, they have what I want. Maybe I should do a little bit of what they do, right? Maybe I should take some notes out of their book. And that's a process, right? But it starts with jealousy. So if you find yourself in a jealous place, kind of analyze it a little bit. Like, okay, I can have this too. I just need to X, Y, Z. I just need to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Anger, for example, anger is a great motivator, but it wants to be reckless. It wants to be wild. Anger's natural state is not controlled or directed, right? Or maybe it is, but it's directed in the wrong way, right? It's directed into a violent expression, or it's directed into a destructive expression. We can take that anger and go exercise. We can take that anger and we can literally, if I paint when I'm angry, which I don't want to do because I don't want to see what happens, but like the flame I painted is a sad flame. I don't like it. I hate that painting. No one else thinks it's sad, but I think it's tragic because I remember painting it, right? But if I were to paint when I'm angry, bet you those emotions would come out onto the canvas. And that's a less productive means, right? That's more of a way to get rid of the anger, right? That's more of a way to give it an outlet. But we can harness it for things as well. If someone at work is really rubbing me the wrong way, we keep having this same interaction over and over, and I'm having a hard time like letting them know like, yo, I can't do this like this. I'm going to get a little angry, right? Well, maybe I can harness that anger into a productive statement or a productive response, right? The next time it happens, I'll be ready because I took that anger and I planned out how I was going to handle that interaction, right? I can't be doing this anymore with this person at work, at my workplace, somewhere I go every friggin' day. It's very important for me to succeed in this workplace, right? So if I'm experiencing issues with a coworker, it's important that I handle that. So I can take that anger, that frustration that I've been feeling in response to this interaction with my coworker, and I can write a speech. No, I can kind of play that scenario out in my head and make a plan, right? All right, I think it's going to go like this again. Well, maybe I just tell them like, yo, I can't respond to this sort of energy, or this doesn't work well for me. Can we please do it like this? That would help me out. When you do this, I feel not valued. There's all kinds of, I'm just making up scenarios, right? But we can harness that anger and make it a motivator. What was another emotion that I said? Sadness, depression. Sadness is hard to probably the hardest to harness and direct. And I think that's just the nature of sadness. I have been able to, but I get down very, very low. And then I get sick and tired of being so low. And the sadness kind of turns into like energy, I guess. It's like I can't sit and wallow anymore, and I jump up and I go do something. So I don't know if that's harnessing sadness or smashing it, but sadness is definitely something that needs to be worked through. I agree, Shannon. Yes, 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 yes. Sadness just needs to be worked through. Yeah, it's not much of a harnesser. That's for sure. I'm gonna greet some folks. AJ, what's going on? Welcome in. Pleased to meet you, young man. Looking forward to learning something, having been a long-term person that experiences dark spells too. P.S. It's 16:15 here, 4:15 in the afternoon here in the UK. Ahoy! You know, I've been getting good at ahoy there. Welcome aboard, AJ, and thank you for those kind words. I hope to be able to live up to that. I've been getting good at reading military time because when I play Tarkov and you have to select what time of day to load into a map, and the times, there's two times and they're opposite of each other and they're in military time and they keep moving. So like I don't necessarily get to choose the time. I just get to choose if it's like 18 or 8, right? So I've been getting pretty good at the military time. I tell you what. Thanks, Tarkov. Nicola E, good to see you. Shannon says, anger is difficult for me. It's actually a breakthrough. I just blamed myself for things that wasn't healthy. Absolutely. And you know, again, Shannon, something that helped me with learning not to blame myself was like understanding that everyone's doing their best. I'm definitely doing my best. I know because I'm me, right? So like I know you're doing your best. And if you fall short, there's no reason to beat yourself up because you only did your best, right? That helped me a ton. That was a very great foundation to build from because I was definitely like I still struggle with self-deprecating thoughts and statements 100%. And it's a very common thing. Mouse SF, what's going on? I thought anger would haunt me my entire life until 2005 when I gave up eating food coloring. Hey, within weeks I was a different person and now I'm happy. You know, we're all so different. We're like big biocomputers walking around. You know what I mean? Everyone's so different. The fact that you found like something that you could change in your environment, in your homeostasis, that had that much of an effect is amazing. Maybe I should try to not eat food coloring. I wonder. I hear about this all the time. Red Lake and Yellow 40 and blah, 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 you know? I say blah, blah, blah because I don't know anything about it, right? I just hear about it. So I appreciate you sharing that. I might have to give that a look. All the best stuff has Red Lake in it, dude. I tell you what. All the best stuff. Although, is it the best stuff if it's making me feel like crap? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Nicola E says, I'm trying to be grateful for what I have managed to do today. I usually beat myself up for everything I don't get done. You and me both, Nicola. I tell you what. But, you know, we're not omnipotent, right? We're just two humans trying to get her done, you know, trying to do our best. So I think we've done well, especially given the circumstances. When you put it in perspective, the paths that we've walked versus where we're at now, where we're sitting, I mean, I think we've done pretty well for ourselves. You know what I mean? I think every single person on this boat has been through some stuff, you know? Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here hanging out. So, you know, we've done well for ourselves. There's still more work to be done. Don't get it twisted. But keep things in perspective, especially when we catch ourselves beating ourselves up. Don't let that happen. You know what you've done. You know where you've been. You know where you're at now. Remember the lengths that we've gone to be okay. Remember the paths that we've walked to sit here in this better place. Some stuff indeed. Absolutely. Jason P's a coiler too. Just coil up and not emerge for weeks. Yo, this is me, bro. Age and realizing who I am has helped. And meds TLB. Yo, I really appreciate you shouting out the TLB in this statement. But the meds thing really jumps out at me. I might need to, I mean, I talk about this all the time. Eventually I'll do it. But I was thinking about this again this morning. What if there was medication that could just make things so much easier for me, right? Why am I so opposed to that idea? Well, I know the answer to that, but it's unrealistic fear, right? It's trauma from my past that doesn't necessarily apply to the present day. I should just get my button gear and check it out. The proverbial rear view. Yeah, I do love that. Hey, Mary Jones, good to see you. Flick Fox. Yarg. You play games, Ben? My anger growing up, says Flick, that I didn't know was mainly coming from undiagnosed ADHD, has been put down by others to being hormonally unstable. I now point out when my anger is totally justified. Interesting. I dated a girl once that was super hormonal, but I have to say that hormones are very not I don't want to say not understood, but I do. Like it could have been her hormones or she could have just been a mean person, right? But then she's super nice. It's hard to diagnose stuff like this. And I'm not a doctor, right? I imagine it's hard for doctors as well. This is a thought-provoking statement, Flick. I'm glad that you stand up for yourself and point out your anger, though. Point out when it's justified. We need something to hold on to. You know what I mean? Something that's ours. We need some truth. We can't not trust ourselves, right? If we can't trust ourselves, we can't get anything done. So being able to justify your emotions, and not just justify, but validate, right? All of your emotions are valid, no matter what they are, no matter where they came from. They're valid emotions. You feel how you feel for a reason, right? It might be a reason that's tied to the caveman part of your brain from back in the day, right? You might be experiencing anxiety because back in the day, that was what saved you from T-Rexes or whatever, right? Or tigers or lions and wild dogs. But these days, anxiety is kind of a response to society being the way that it is and us trying to fit in when we're not really, that's not how, we didn't evolve from a society like this, right? We evolved from a different society. So, but again, regardless of what the emotion is and where it came from, it is valid. Even if it is that crazy caveman anxiety, it's valid. It's showing you something that's making you uncomfortable and honestly gives you a window into how to make it better, right? How to fix it. Like if I can afford my bills, I'm not going to be anxious about rent, If I can, you get it. I don't need to give a bunch of examples on that. Deaudre Gore, I have run into folks like this before. And, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I don't know if I can be in the same room sometimes, I can't stress enough. I'm such a sensitive individual, Like when emotions are flying around haywire, I usually remove myself. Millie the Dandelion says, I was so against meds, but honestly, I don't know how I functioned without them. Oh, that's right, I didn't. And, testimonials like this really convinced me. I'm not looking forward to going through the revolving door of doctors, but at the end of the road, there could be salvation. There could be such ease. I wonder. I'll keep you guys apprised of that situation. I am going to actively seek it out, 100%. I have to at this point. It would be folly of me not to. I would basically be ignoring the writing on the wall, which I can't do. I see it. It's always there. Ben Bacon Bits fully, especially PvE because PvP is bad. Oh, so you do play Tarkov. Tarkov looks interesting, trying to figure out how to get started. Well, I can help you with that. I play pretty much strictly PvE because I'm not very good. And I just upgraded the computer, so now I can play PvP, but we're mid-wipe, so I'm just at a disadvantage. But they're going to wipe again in November. I might try some PvP, but I can totally, it's an expensive game. On their website, click shop or buy or whatever, and it'll take you to a page. And then PvE is under the expansions, I believe. I don't know if you need to buy the base game and then buy PvE or if you can just buy PvE, but one of those is the case. And you'll see a lot of tiers. You'll see a lot of more expensive versions of the game. And there's a lot of words under them that say what the difference is. But the only difference is you get better starting loot, right? So your stash will have better guns and more stuff in it the more you pay. And then your stash size will be bigger, right? So you'll be able to store more stuff before you have to clean your stash out. And that's pretty much the only difference. Oh, I guess the biggest difference, you have a container that goes, it's called your secure container, but the fan base refers to it as your butt. Like in prison, when you put stuff in your safe, in your butt. So your safe container is important because when you die, everything in it doesn't go anywhere. You keep it, right? So you get to, it's where you put your special stuff. And if you're, trying to do something really difficult, you can go find this item and then put it in your butt real quick. And then it doesn't matter if you die. So when you pay for the higher tiers, you get a bigger butt container. You get a bigger secure container, which is a huge deal. But I would not recommend spending a bunch of money on this game, dude. I would spend the least amount of money possible and see if you like it. It's very easy to spend $250 on this game, just right out the gate. Don't do that. Don't be like all my friends. Whine a little bit more. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome in, Donna Kebab. Hello there. Welcome in. Annika says, I'm back to work where I'm doing more makeup training I don't actually need, lol. But I love you all, and I'm so proud of all of you for still being on this earth. Have a great day. You too, Annika. Thanks for popping in. Cooking with the grandma. It's been a while. Welcome back. Been sick with a snotty cold, so I've missed you all. Hope everyone's doing well. I've missed y'all. Well, we missed you. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Sending thoughts and get well vibes out to you right now, cooking with the grandma. Let's get some ones up for everyone out there that's not doing so well. I was reading some comments yesterday, and I was going to put ones up for some people in particular, but I forget who they are right now. But there are definitely some folks out there that could use some thoughts and some prayers. So let's throw some ones up for them, huh? Oh yeah, it's daylight savings now, huh? So now we're the same as California time. Interesting. The maintenance guys are out there doing good work. Casey, good morning. Life is a dreamin'. Hello, hello. I love when I ask for ones and I get to kind of see who's here because most people respond to the ones. I think that's pretty cool. Dale Cox, good morning, brother. How are you? Dude, let's do some tink later or right now. We're getting about halfway through here, huh? If you feel like it. I know you probably do feel like it, though. You generally feel like it. Really emotional PMS symptoms. Interesting. I wonder what that's related to. There must be a difference, right? Maybe it's just because you're getting a little older. I don't know. Or maybe there's some different factors involved right now, right? Maybe there's something different about this time. When this kind of thing happens, I have a pretty good memory about a lot of things, but I'm terrible about other things. But stuff like this, like when something happens to me that's cyclical, but this time it's different, like really it's like a big alarm in my head. It's like, wait a second, what did I do differently this time? How do I not have this happen again? I wonder. I very much wonder about that. I can't speak on it too much because I've never experienced this, Tina. But I have faith. You'll figure it out. Good, and yeah, I'm ready. All right, Dale. Got the Dale Cox tink right here. I actually might just put it in the coffee. Get a little time release, except we'll do more than we normally do, though. And I'm still a wimp. I do just a bit, but. Wow. I think the fruity flavor that I'm getting off of this is the shine. Am I mistaken? Am I mistaken, Dale? Because that shines. I think it's the shine. But maybe it's just the peppers with the shine. Was the shine fruity? Because, bro, it's so fruity. It's so fruity. Whoo. It's like, this is capsaicin tincture. For those that don't know, capsaicin is the oil in peppers that makes them spicy. So we're not doing drugs. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just getting spicy. And Dale Cox himself, the man himself, made this and sent it to me. Thank you again. Corn shine, 100% corn. Interesting. Need some of this new tincture I got? It's the same, just older. What's the difference when it's older, Dale? Does it age like a fine wine? I mean, I guess it's got the shine in it. So the shine, for those that are wondering as well, Dale used his grandfather's old moonshine for the solvent, when you make stuff like this, you need a solvent. And it doesn't have to be alcohol, but the alcohol does kind of bring out more spice. It does kind of make it stronger. Now, there's not enough alcohol in this for me to feel the alcohol, right? But I can taste it. Yes, it gets hotter, says Dale. Bro, send it over. I am into it. I am definitely into it. In fact, it makes me so happy when you guys send me stuff, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I could surmise it makes me feel a part of. It makes me feel like valued. I just feel such joy because obviously you guys are sending me stuff because you want to, and that makes me happy too. It's like these people, out of the goodness of their hearts, are sending me stuff that they think that I'll like. I don't know. It's a really cool thing. It's a really, really cool thing, and it really brightens my day up. You know, I'm super into getting some more flavors, bro. The Shine was 50 years old and 150 proof. Yeah, that'll solvent. That's a pretty effective solvent, I'd have to say. Danette McClure, what's going on? I am doing well today. I'm doing so much better, Danette. Oh my gosh. Let's keep it going, right? Let's keep the fingers crossed. I'll cross the nub even. Needs kind of help though because it doesn't work right. Who doesn't like getting gifts? That's a good point, Surviving Together. That is a great point. And you know, when you put tincture into a drink, it kind of gets everywhere every time. Instead of being able to like place it and then just kind of deal with it, this is getting under my tongue, on the roof of my mouth, on the sides of my gums. It gets everywhere. And in fact, I think I need some more. I don't think that was enough. My tolerance must be going up, Dale. And I know I don't join you regularly, but I must be joining you enough to boost my tolerance because that was nothing. That was almost nothing. Wow, it's a strong flavor. Never tried tincture, says Cooking with the Grandma. Well, if you don't like spicy stuff, I would not. And I think there's spicy stuff and there's spicy stuff, you know? Like, what kind of peppers do you like cooking with the grandma? Whether it's cooking with, eating, putting like as a side, putting in a dish, right? What kind of peppers are you into? Deaudrey Gore says, my husband doesn't like getting gifts. He gets weird and doesn't know what to do. This sounds like me on Christmas. Raised by wolves, I tell you. It's all, I don't know, it's been definitely a strange adventure for me. Dropped 10 drops. You're a madman, Dale. You're a madman. I dropped, I think 3. I think we can consider it 3, maybe 4 if we're generous. Now that's a lot better. That has some bite to it, baby. I tell you what, jalapenos, some banana peppers on my baby law. Yeah, I wouldn't try tincture at all if I were you cooking with your grandma. You're not going to like it. In fact, it'll be so spicy that you won't get any flavor. It'll just be spice. That's a thing with peppers that my uncle talks about a lot. If you don't know, my uncle is Uncle Johnny Scoville, who's got the channel Chase the Heat. Yeah, shout out to Uncle Johnny. He's the man. I love him. You love him. He's your favorite. He's my favorite. Johnny Scoville. No, but what was I going to say? He talks a lot about the flavor of peppers versus the heat of peppers. You end up building a tolerance the more to spice, right? To the capsaicin, the more peppers you eat, right? And as your tolerance goes up, you can taste the flavors of the peppers more, which is the coolest friggin' thing, I tell you what. I never knew what habaneros actually tasted like. They're delicious. They also hurt. They have a different kind of burn, in my opinion. It kind of bites rather than burns. Stings, so to speak. It's a little different for sure. But the flavor on Hobbs is so good. It's a little wild. And, you know, pepper to pepper, like this habanero and this habanero might even taste different and have different notes. My uncle also talks about sometimes you'll get a jalapeno that's just not built the same, right? This jalapeno is going to kick your butt. So there's a lot of variance, but experiencing the flavors of hot peppers that I've never experienced before is a pretty cool thing, dude. It's pretty cool. And I have Uncle Johnny to thank for that. Otherwise, I never would have figured that out. Tom Broom's Vintage 24. You're a bit fired up. Jason P's on it. Okay, let's go. I forgot. Sometimes I forget how many spicy boys we got in here, you know? Brianna says, I couldn't do tink. I value my bum too much. I tell you what, yeah, fire hole is a real thing. But It doesn't always happen. Although I've tried to identify what the difference is when it happens. I'll do the same amount of spice today and tomorrow, and one of the 2 days I'll get fire hole. So it's not going to hurt. It's just going to burn a little, you know? It's not like it's doing damage. It kind of gets you going, you know? Spices you up in the morning. It's a weird feeling when your butt's hot. I'll stop, I swear. Oh, you have capsaicin cream? That's so cool. I've never tried that. I have never tried that. You love the sting of a hob, dude? I don't know. I'm trying to learn to like it, but like I really love eating hobs and cooking with hobs, but the sting is not my favorite part. I love the flavor of them. Homemade Scotch bonnet jam I was given. It's a great in a chili, but I don't mind having a little taste. I have some jelly, some pepper jam or something in my fridge that I got from the pepper convention that we went to, Jason. I'm gonna go get it. I forget what it's called, but it's so good. It's like ghost pepper something. Shout out to Round Rock Jelly Co. Small batch ghost pepper jelly. And it's vegan. Pure cane sugar, apple cider vinegar, bell peppers, ghost pepper, butte gelatia powder, non-GMO citrus pectin, does not contain allergens. So it's pretty much sugar and peppers, guys. There's a little bit of apple cider vinegar, you know, some stuff to mix it up. It's delicious. It's fruity. I mean, I guess the fruity is the peppers mixed with the cane sugar, right? But this stuff is delicious. I put this on my toast when I make toast. I will definitely be going to another pepper convention. That was way cool. And you know, I got to choose one hot sauce from that thing, and my smart, dumb self, I picked the dessert hot sauce, which is delicious, but I'm not going to put it on anything. Maybe I should try and put it on some ice cream and see how it goes, but it's like absolutely delicious, but it's not like you wouldn't put it on tacos. You know, like I don't know. It's very strange stuff. Matrix Rabbit, what's going on? Good to see you. Plan on going back in February. I hope to see you. I wonder, so is it the same thing in February? My birthday's in February. February 21st, y'all, 92. 92. I'm pretty sure 92 was the year Pop got shot, right? Me and my dad were debating this the other day. Have to share this morning, cooking with the grandma. I had 6 police walking down my street and I was dancing because they weren't for me. Lol. Good reminder of why I'm clean and sober today. Yo, I'm proud of you. I've had moments like that where there's something gnarly going on and I'm like, man, that used to be me. You know, and that feeling never gets old, I imagine. Every time it's happened, it's just as sweet, you know, especially like, I mean, I assume you have a sordid past, kind of like my own, but your own, you know? So there have been plenty of times when it has been for me, right? When that has been me. So I'm very grateful every time. It never feels not good, you know? Oh my gosh, Triscuits are so good. Need food. Get some. I'm definitely probably going to have some protein after this. Yogurt and fruit only goes so far. It's not a lot of substance there. Body illusion. Can I get some ones for others restrained? He fell off the wagon and is a bad place. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's get some ones up for other restrained guys. That's unfortunate. I hope I didn't contribute to that. Because we were talking yesterday and I forgot who he was, and then I apologized, and that's super duper unfortunate. But you know, the cool thing about the wagon is you can always get back on it. You know, The wagon's not going anywhere. You're just going somewhere. So let's definitely put some ones up for other restrained. I will keep him in my thoughts, and I'll send him some love personally for sure. That is so unfortunate. I'm kind of bummed out about that. I feel partly responsible, even though I shouldn't. Witness protection. Okay, Sailor. You got a Reaper Cross with a jalapeno at F7 stage. Next year it will be stable. It looks like a jalapeno, but is hot like a ghost. Yo, sleeper. I like that a lot. That's way cool. Absolutely. AJ Coleman is correct. We need an anchor and safe place to release anger for those of us that bottle things up. And when you bottle stuff up, that emotion is going to find its way out, whether you give it an outlet or not. Now, the difference is when it finds its own way out, it probably is going to blow a hole in you, metaphorically. It's going to come out in a violent way. Not necessarily saying that you'll express violence, but the way it comes out won't be pretty, right? So if we can give it an outlet, if we can direct it, it's a very, very good thing. In fact, we need to, especially for those of us, like AJ says, that bottle things up. We definitely need to find a way to express or control, harness, right? Turn these emotions into motivators. Anger is a great motivator. Jealousy is a great motivator. Sadness kind of just needs to be walked through and understood. Well, that's good. I mean, we spoke yesterday, Body Illusion. Interesting. Maybe he was already on the sauce. I don't know. I don't judge though. I'm a saucy individual. I have done a lot of drinking in my day. I get it, and it is what it is. It definitely is what it is, and I'm rooting for him. I know he can do it. Anyone that creative, man. Have you guys seen his Instagram? He's wildly creative. I love it. I'd love to make some costumes with that guy. Learn some stuff for sure. Blessed to crochet, Captain. I'm picking up some canning corn for your dad. Candy corn for my dad. Do you like candy corn? One of the flavors I'm getting is caramel apple candy corn. Well, I've only had the generic candy corn that's not from the place that it's good at. I forget the candy corn talk. So I'm not a huge fan of candy corn, but I've never really had real candy corn, I guess. I've just had the generic whatever stuff that everybody gets on Halloween. So I will be grateful to receive whatever you send me, Mary. And I'm sure it'll be wonderful, just like everything that you send me. I have that that crocheted, I won't call it a banner, hanging on my thermostat. So every time I adjust the temperature in the house, I think of you. And I believe you also sent me the heart portrait that's in my bathroom. I couldn't find a better place. I felt weird putting it in the bathroom, but every time I'm in there, there's love right there on the wall. So I'm very grateful for all of that. I tell you what. Yeah, candy corn's kind of like sardines. You love it or you hate it, right? Kind of like the Scoville boys. You can take us or leave us. There's really no in between. It's very interesting. Mexican street corn is another story entirely, Brianna. Oh my. The first time I had seen it, I was like, what is that? Is that mayonnaise? But it's absolutely delicious. You can't hate. Once you try it, it's over. I tried to hate. I really did. Canelo loves sardines. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever tried them. They smell kind of funky though. Okay, so that's what it is. It's different in Ohio. Well, yeah, whatever you feel called to send me, whatever you think I will like, I'm sure I will, and I won't lie to you. I'll be honest, but I'm sure it'll be great. Did a live and colored some awesome figures. Amish peanut butter. No, I have not. I bet you it's fantastic. Hypersensitivity. Interesting. There's 100% some PTSD going on with me. Like, that's without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, I want to say it again, without a doubt. And it's unaddressed in me. Like, I address it, right? But I'm not taking it to a medical professional. I probably should. I say this almost every day. Eventually, I'm going to get it done. But I tell you what, how could you possibly go through what I went through and not be a little damaged, right? I think that that's what I have for you guys. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. If you like what we do here, it certainly makes a difference. My dad's going to be online here in the next 10 minutes doing the Dittyverse. So stick around if that's something you're into. I will be back this afternoon. I'm going to shoot for 1 o'clock again. Excuse me. Maybe like 105, 115. And we're going to try and paint Jupiter and its rings with acrylic paint. That's my goal. And I have a number of ideas on how to do this. And we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to run with it and make some happy accidents. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited for all the blues, purples, and greens that we're going to use. I know Jupiter is more orange, but space has no color, but I'm going to make it purple, green, and blue. So it's going to be great. Thrash metal Bob Ross. That's right. I'm going to put that wig on. I know I missed the wig on one of our episodes, and I think it showed. I think we need the wig for sure. Highly recommend IFS. Well, thank you, Nicola. I am going to look into this. Global Enterprise Solution Provider. I don't think that's it. Internal Family Systems. Okay. Is an approach to psychotherapy that identifies and addresses multiple sub-personalities or families within each person's mental system. Mouthful. All right, I appreciate you sharing that with me. I'm going to do some reading on this today. And also, I'm going to commit to you guys, I'm going to start reading that attachment book today. We're going to get to the bottom of whether or not I want to read the whole thing. And we're going to find out pretty soon. And if it doesn't spark me, maybe we'll dive into the Lord of the Rings book. But I am going to take that suggestion to heart as well. It's a good thing to be reading, to be learning, to be, I don't know. It always makes me feel good. So I think that's all my orders of business, folks. Thank you all for being here. You guys are the real heroes. My mods, my crew, every single one of you. I love you guys. You guys get me up in the morning. You know that? So I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Catch me later. Catch my dad right now. Thanks for being here. Captain Calhoun out.